Welcome to Income Fund Fundas, a unique show simplifying debt market, hosted by yours truly Sunil Javeri and brought to you by Axis Mutual Fund. Today's query is a very interesting query. What we have learned in the earlier episode of the concepts of debt market and how they are used by the fund manager to construct different schemes. Hold to maturity, as I have explained to you, hold to maturity is a concept where the fund manager buys a security of 1 year to 3 years to 5 years and holds it till its maturity. It is used to construct schemes like fixed maturity plan or accrual schemes or credit risk space also, and the return to the investor would be the yield which the fund manager has captured less the expense ratio. Rolling down concept is used effectively to construct schemes like accrual and credit risk space in a steep yield curve scenario. I have explained this concept of steep yield curve in an earlier episode. Just to reiterate, let us assume there is a steep yield curve scenario. A 6-month paper will quote lower yield versus a 12-month paper which will quote higher yield than a 6-month paper, and an 18-month paper will quote a higher yield than even 12-month paper. That is what we call a steep yield curve scenario. Just for an example, 6% for 6 months, 7% for 12 months and 8% for 18-month paper. The fund manager will buy 20 to 30% of the portfolio under the roll down strategy, which will be 18-month paper, which after 1 year will roll down to 6 months in residual maturity. Fund manager will buy 70 to 80% of the portfolio of 1 year paper, which will be held to maturity, HTM as we call it, and after 1 year is over, it will give you the yield less the expense ratio. But when a 18-month paper rolls down to 6 months in residual maturity after 1 year is over, naturally it has to be priced as a 6-month paper and not as a 18-month paper. In our example, 18-month paper was quoting 8%, a 6-month paper was quoting 6%. Naturally, along with the accrual of 8%, it will generate capital gains because the interest rates would have come down from 8% to 6% as far as the 6-month residual maturity paper is concerned. So this particular scheme in a steep yield curve will not only give you accrual on 12-month paper and 18-month papers, but will also generate some capital gains when the 18-month paper rolls down to 6 months in residual maturity. I hope viewers have understood how a concept of HTM and a roll down is used by fund managers to construct different types of schemes ranging from fixed maturity plan to accrual plan to credit risk space also. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.